It's a beautiful Wednesday evening, and you are in the best place. You've chosen the best place, and this is the Glam. This is where your beauty is cherished, your wellness is prioritized, and your heart is treasured. My name is Tracy Wanjuru, and welcome, because today we are bringing you a wellness experience like no other. This is the Bubbles and Breakfast, brought to you by the Pink Room. Bubbles and Breakfast by What Women Want, and we're here at the JW Marriott for a mindful wellness experience. So we are bringing together movement, mindfulness, meaningful conversation, and it is going to be an amazing day. So the day started off very cold, but things are warming up, and it's great because we have so many amazing women in this room who have decided and chosen to prioritize their well-being, to prioritize themselves and invest in themselves and the people that they meet. So it's going to be a really jam-packed wellness experience, and we cannot wait for you to see what's happening. So we're going to speak to a lot of people today, get to see what they're wearing, get to see why they're here, get to experience the yoga session, experience the sound healing session. So it's going to be a jam-packed today, but we are so excited because at the end of it all, we're going to have some amazing breakfast courtesy of the JW Marriott. But I'm so excited. Let's just go because there's a lot waiting for us. You can hear a lot of the noise. Yeah, the ladies are ready to go, and I'm ready to go too. So let's go. Here with Ruhi, and she's going to tell us more about sound healing. But before she does, hi Ruhi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tell us more about yourself.
I am Ruhi. I am a professional musician and a sound healing practitioner.
Amazing. So for anyone who has no idea what sound healing is, what they saw in the morning, what is sound healing?
Sound healing is basically a tool to help you get reconnected back to yourself. We use crystal bowls or brass bowls to conduct the session. Basically, it kind of just integrates within your body, within your cells, your muscles, and leaves you feeling really refreshed. It's a really great stress reliever. It's really good to just kind of, like I said, get connected back to yourself. Helps you to just switch off and really step into the zone of meditation. It's really cool how it works.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you're seeing young women face right now, and how can sound healing help them through whatever it is that they're going through?
I've seen a lot of hormonal chaos. I have PCOS, so I help women really just get connected back to their womb space. It's really, really good for hormonal health. Just like I said, a lot of young women are going through a lot of stress in their lives. It could be stress from marriage or having kids, just societal expectations. And the way that they view themselves and perceive themselves is kind of raises their cortisol levels and kind of just creates chaos in your body. So sound healing can be a really good tool to just calm that down. And like I said, it gets really connected back to self. It's a really good way to meditate and just have like a reset.
What are some of the ways, other than sound healing, where people can easily reset throughout the day? Just little things that they can do throughout the day just to sort of like reset, calm down,
Breathwork is a good tool. I use showers, for example, like just candles in the shower, have a really nice warm shower. If you have like little bath oils, to just rub that on your body, like just whatever works for you. It could be setting a cup of tea, it could be reading, it could be sitting out in nature and just looking into the trees. Don't use your phone. Like, the phone is a problem. Don't use the phone. Just do anything you can mindfully, and that's a little way to just bring yourself back to yourself.
So Ruhi, when you hear the word glam, what do you think about?
Glam. I think about sequins, sparkles. I think about luxury. Yeah.
So describe your style today and why you decided to wear what you're wearing.
My style, I decided to wear comfy trousers and a cute little top. I like to be comfortable when I'm facilitating sessions, and it's just, I prefer comfort over anything else really. So just some sneakers, some linen trousers, and a cotton t-shirt.
So if anyone would want to, get into one of your classes, how do they reach out to you?
You can reach me on Instagram at Sacred Resonance, or you can WhatsApp me. And I have a little WhatsApp group running for my sessions, and just on Instagram, I post mostly on there. I have my events on there, I have my social media stuff on there. So if you just send me a message, I will respond to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ruhi. I'm here with these two lovely ladies who wanted to leave me, but I had to get them here. Hi, Raquel. Hi, Whitney. Please tell us more about yourselves, what you do, so that, we could just start off.
Okay. My name is Whitney. I'm a lifestyle creator. I do content around food, fitness, fashion, and just literally everything, lifestyle travel also. And I'm also an entrepreneur, a fashion entrepreneur. I have a clothing business, women's clothing to be specific, yes, called Muse, yes. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Raquel Ngugi. I'm a digital creator. I do content revolving around makeup, fashion, and lifestyle, and a bit of fitness. And I'm so obsessed with like fitness.
Wow. So, as creators, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. But what would you say are the two hardest things about being creators and the two best things about being creators? So I'll start with Raquel.
I feel like the hardest thing is that most people always believe that you have to be perfect, and any little mistake that you make, they just feel like you're not supposed to make any mistake. So I feel like that's one of the hardest thing. The best thing is that you get to meet people of influence, and you get to interact with people who are in business or things that you might love. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I would say let me start the good stuff first. The good stuff is of actually being a creator. You can actually just show up because you can never know who you inspire. I would say for myself, I'm very shy. I don't think a lot of people know that because I'm always in front of cameras. I'm very shy. I don't get to speak this much. I'm very nervous. I'm trembling. But I show up anyway. And sometimes I get beautiful messages from people telling me, "Oh, you're doing so great." I'm like, I wish you guys knew, because I'm scared to death. But I still show up because you never know who you impact in that line. Also, for the bad side, I don't know. The internet can be a lot, I can say, but you can choose to, I don't know, turn down. Especially now for events like this, you can choose what to consume, what not to consume. Yeah, with the internet, no, so not bad.
Amazing. So do you think everyone can be a content creator in your,
Of course, actually, I tell every single person, you can be a creator. I meet people who are not confident. I'm like, oh, I really want to do this, but I don't know. Actually, just do it. Just literally do it. You can never know what's gonna happen. I had let me say a follower of mine. She was like, oh, I really admire what you do. I'm like, I really wish I could do this. So I just took time and went through what she was putting out before she got the anxiety of being on the socials and everything. I'm like, oh, I can see you love cooking and everything. And then after she became a mom, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I just told her, I think you can do it. Months later, she was actually creating content around food. So literally, even if you're I don't know, we do these things every day, and it's just the camera is not there. So I feel like we can just do it because literally just add the camera too.
you think the same?
Yes, definitely. I think the same. I feel like for people who think that they can't be creators, it's just because it's all in their head and they're just overthinking. They think that you have to maybe practice or prepare yourself before you shoot the content. Definitely, sometimes you have to practice or prepare yourself before you shoot. But I feel like with content, the most people who have actually become very big right now, they just started by placing their camera somewhere and just doing their normal thing and going, yes,
Literally,
yeah, that's
So to be yourself is the best thing you can ever do in the creation space. Yeah.
What are the most important things that you guys learned today as we were doing the sound healing, the yoga? What are you taking away this morning?
I feel like for me, especially with the sound healing, is mostly to relax my mind, because especially for someone who thinks about so many things, it's the sound healing was really important to me today, because it made me just know how to just relax myself, you know? Yeah. So I really needed that. Yeah.
For me, I can say in general, both yoga and sun healing, it helped me stay calm and be present because on my day-to-day life, it's so busy, like morning till night, just hustling morning till night. So it kind of reminded me to be stay present and like be very calm and in the moments. And I don't have to be hustling and bustling all the time. Yeah. And also for every other person out there, you should try and I don't know, take a moment and be present. Yeah.
And breathe.
Very
A
important.
lot is happening,
Yeah.
you know, especially as adults, we have so many things that go about our day. So I feel like this is something that maybe someone who has never tried before, maybe they should try it. Yeah.
I agree. So what does glam mean to you? Personally, in your, in your day to day, what does glam mean?
She's the glamour.
She's the glamorous one. Okay, let's
For me, because I was a full-time makeup artist, I feel like anything glam or anything that makes you feel good about yourself is just important as a lady. And I feel like most people always assume that makeup is just meant to make you look different. I feel like makeup is just meant to enhance your beauty. So if you're into makeup or you want to try out makeup or glam, I feel like you shouldn't just focus on the extravagant makeup. Maybe just try and work on just enhancing or knowing the features on your face. Then that's it.
Mine is quite controversial. Glam for me, as I'm getting older, is a bit different. Now that I'm focusing more towards skincare, like even before I do my makeup, I feel like my skincare is very important. So yes, for much as I'll be dressing up and everything, I want to be cute and very healthy inside as well. And as well, please girls, look beautiful, wear that makeup, do whatever.
And maybe to add on it, I feel like also as much as you're trying to do makeup or to get into the makeup space for yourself or for business, I feel like for ladies, it's very important to work on your skin so that you're also comfortable in your skin with or without makeup, because it's usually, it feels so good when even after wiping off your makeup or leaving the house without your makeup on and you're confident. It's a very important thing. So I feel like ladies should also invest in taking care of their skin, to be honest. Yeah.
So what are the two things that you swear by when it comes to taking care of your skin? Because I'm seeing a lot of people doing the guasha. So
No.
Okay. I feel like for me, because I love a glowy face, sunscreen is very important for me. I don't leave the house without sunscreen and cleansing myself. Because if you don't cleanse your skin well, you're gonna have dead skin because maybe you didn't wipe your makeup well and stuff like that. I'm speaking from experience, and as a makeup artist, I feel like cleansing and sunscreen or moisturizing is very important. Yeah.
For me is one, never sleep with your makeup on. Please cleanse, if possible, double cleanse. I'm believing in that now more. And the most important part, sunscreen, through and through. Yeah.
sunscreen is a big winner, huh? So lastly, please, let's get into your outfits. Tell us why you wore, what you wore, and break down your outfit for us. So we'll start with you.
Okay. I wore this. What is it? Coffee. Yeah, coffee pants. I've had them in a while. Got them from Asia a while back, and then this is very much thrifted. Cute. Yeah, and yeah, my sneakers. Where are this from? Then
Look, but very cute.
and a mixed tone because they sent the guys planning the event sent nudes and browns. I'm like, why not mix it up? So yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah.
It worked.
Thank you.
For me, I feel like I'm also getting into the gym wear space, and at some point I'll definitely have my own gym wear line. So I had to wear this because I don't know, because they gave us the theme and I feel confident in this outfit. Yes.
I love this. Thank you so much, ladies. So we're gonna ask you guys to strike a pose for us, but for anyone who wants to follow you guys on Instagram, give us your social media handles.
My name on my user on Instagram with me at Tieno. Yes. Yeah.
About your brand.
My brand Muse Kenya. We sell very beautiful, very clean girl, very elevated women pieces. So if you'd like to come and support us, support a girl.
And my Instagram is Raquel_Gugi. My TikTok is Raquel Gugi.
Amazing. Thank you, ladies. Hi, Jin.
Hi.
So good to have you here on the show.
Thank you so much.
Tell us what you're wearing today and why you're wearing what you're wearing.
This one is Zava. I think the Zava feet. I got them from Instagram. And I wore them today because there was a theme. So they wanted us to wear something earthy. So this paired with this, they come together. So yeah.
Amazing. So what would you describe your style?
For me, I think it will be comfortable chic. I love to be a little bit like gully, but then also like very comfortable at the same time. Yeah.
Do you believe that there's something as being too much when it comes to style?
No, you'd rather like be overdressed than underdressed at any event, at any occasion. So yeah, show up. Always, always show up. Yeah, yeah.
So what does glam mean to you?
Glam. I feel like less is more.
Less is more.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
What are some of the lessons that you've learned along the way with a lot of the work that you do, like even with the She Voices? What are some of the things that you have learned?
I've learned so many things over the years. Number one is that nobody's coming to save you. You have to put in the work. If you want to get to that level you're aspiring to get to, you literally just have to put in the work and also pray a lot. Yeah, God first. Yeah, that like before you leave the house, before you do anything, at the center of it all, God. Yeah, it goes a long way. Like that's I had to learn that the hard way.
What are some of the things that you loved about today's sessions? Because we know with sound healing, the yoga. Tell us more about your experience.
Let me tell you, I've talked about this, but I'll say it again. By the time I was coming here, I was dealing with backache. I haven't been in the gym for like 2 years, so I just started, and I had this back pain that just wouldn't go away. But with the yoga, I feel like it's 90% gone. I'm feeling incredible right now. That's one. And number two, food. Are you kidding me? Like all you can eat. It was amazing. Can you see? I don't know if you guys can tell.
We've been trying to hold in our
I'm just like, we were fed so well. And yeah, it's just meeting different ladies, doing different things in life, and just like connecting with different people, sharing your journey, and just like interacting. We formed a group.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna do a potluck, so that's amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing what could happen when you network, meet like-minded people. Yeah.
Yes, especially people in the same space. You share ideas, and then you can come to my event. I come to your event, and we just like it's good to like just connect with other women. It's incredible. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jin. Please share your social media handles for everyone who wants to, keep up with you.
So my handles everywhere is Philine Jean. That is PHYLINEJEAN. Thank you so much for having me. And she looks incredible.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Jin.
Thank you so much for having me. All right.
And now we have one of the hottest mamas in the 254, Mama Kaila. Sasa?
Poa sana.
I'm so happy to have you on the show.
So happy to see you.
So now you were in the session in the morning. Please tell us, how was the session for you?
Okay, the session was amazing. I liked the meditation bit the most because at least we had a chance to nap. I napped for like 15 minutes.
But all in all, I think yoga is something that I need to incorporate in my lifestyle because I've figured out that there are sides of me that because stiff kabisa. But it was a good session, yeah. Yeah.
How has your style changed ever since you became a mom?
I've embraced on wanting to be more fit and healthy, and also I after I gave birth nilianza feel I need to change my lifestyle so that I can be with my daughter for the longest time, considering that I've already lived over 20 years before her. So it has changed me to become more fit, more healthy, more inspired and driven. And yeah, I love that about myself.
Amazing. What are some of the things that you and your baby love to do together that you never thought you would do it with your child before?
We love baking because she likes cupcakes. We love baking together, doing nails together, watching cartoons together, napping. Okay, napping is our best hobby because every time we cuddle, we just tunazima. Yeah, but I've come to realize that she mirrors me a lot. Even if nikipaka lip gloss, she wants to. If I do my edges, I do my hair, she wants to. So, ananifanya nikuwe more girly because I know I want to raise a feminine woman. Yes, yes.
Wow, that's so beautiful. So tell us about your fit today. What you're wearing. Yeah.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt because we were warned that inaweza kuwa cold. And I have a jumpsuit on, a nude jumpsuit. This is brown. Yes, and I know my sneakers hazimatch sana, but they're the most comfortable sneakers. Yes, and that's what I wanted to do today. Yeah.
Amazing. So, two things. Makeup. What is there such a thing as too much makeup?
I think so. Yeah, I think there is. I usually feel like makeup is supposed to complement our physical appearance and not change how we look like. But most people wakipaka wana change.
Kimono na shanga, is that the same girl?
Yes, especially with the foundation and the shading. So I feel like when it comes to wearing makeup, maybe discovering what complements your physique is better. Yeah.
I completely agree. And last thing, two products that you will not leave the house without.
My lip gloss and wet wipes.
Amazing. And I know I said last one, but what two products do you absolutely hate right now?
Hate.
Hupendi yani?
I don't like mascara.
Okay.
Weirdly. And concealer. I sionangi. See? The only difference ya concealer na foundation. Si zote zina conceal. I feel like they both do the same purpose. Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, Lynn. For anyone who's not following you on social media, where do they find you?
Follow me on Instagram at Lynn Ly. Actually, if you write Lynn, utanipata tu. I'm the first one, I promise. The verified one. LYNNE. TikTok Lynn. I don't have a Facebook account. I'm Gen Z.
So you can tell by the height difference. She's exceptionally beautiful, and you can already tell that she's a model. Hi, Makiria.
Hi, Tracy. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such an honor.
Thank you.
So now tell us more about being in the running for Miss Universe 2026.
Yeah, I'm actually running for Miss Universe Kenya 2026. I'm so excited because it's new management with I believe Miss Universe Kenya is looking for a person who is authentic, a person who can use their influence responsibly, a person who cares about impact. And I believe that person is me. So that's why I'm actually running for Miss Universe Kenya 2026.
And what does it take to be Miss Universe Kenya? Like, what is your day-to-day like? What do you do in the morning to make sure that you look your part? You know, what are some of the things that you don't do?
So Miss Universe currently, actually they're not looking for a model. They're looking someone who is impactful, you know, and Miss Universe Kenya or Miss Universe itself as an organization, it's about women empowerment, all types of women. You don't have to necessarily be a model like, you don't have to, you know, to be a perfect person. It's what you actually bring to the table, not only beauty, because beauty is just a reflection of who you are from the inside. So it's all round, you know, it's a woman who can, you know, take Kenya to, can represent Kenya with resilience. And personally, what I do to actually keep fit myself, I eat very healthy. Yeah, I do not, I don't take junk. I take eating very seriously because sometimes I'm so lazy to work out, honestly. But yeah, as long as just I balance, because at the end of the day, it's mental, you know. You can work out and be not in the right space. It's what you do that makes you feel like you're mentally okay. And for me, I try to eat very healthy, yeah.
What are some of the misconceptions, biggest misconceptions that you hear about, you know, pageants, you know, modeling, big modeling events like, you know, the Miss Universe?
Misconception is like you have to be perfect for you to represent Kenya, you know. You have to have certain qualities. Sometimes they're only looking for confidence, and every woman is unique in their own way, and you bring that to the table. Your uniqueness, the way you are, you can be able to walk, you can represent yourself well. That is it. Yeah, and also a bigger misconception is the winner is already predetermined. I don't believe that, because I'm a Christian, and I believe when the time is right, only God can make it happen. Isaiah 60:22. Yeah, and always what's yours will eventually find you. Yeah.
The same. So what makes Mokaira unique?
I'm very authentic with what I'm actually championing for Miss Universe Kenya. I'm actually championing for wildlife conservation and sustainable tourism, and how it affects communities, and how we can bring it together so that we don't have human conflict with nature. And I'm very authentic because I grew up in Nairobi National Park, where my dad was a ranger. So yeah, having the experience and coming from that perspective sets you unique, because I'm very authentic with my project. Yes.
So that's very personal.
Yes, it's very personal. It's very personal.
So what are some of the things that you learned from your dad as a ranger?
That we should appreciate our magical Kenya and conserve it, because as time goes by, we need to keep our heritage for future generations. And also, it's shocking that so many Kenyans do not appreciate our national heritage, even when tourism is the highest contributors to our Kenya's economy. We do not promote local tourism. And at the same time, if we can find, like when I was young, I used to get scared to go to school, for example, because there were lions, no fences. We can find ways, even like how Kenya Wildlife Service can, you know, tame and make it in a way that we coexist with our heritage, because we need to protect it. We need to conserve it for future generations. And it's unfortunate that so many people do not visit national parks and game reserve. We have 21 national parks, close to your county, close to everywhere, you know, yeah, creating awareness and educating people how important it is. Yes.
That's amazing. So Mokaira, let's get into your outfit today. Please tell us what you're wearing from head to toe, why you're wearing what you're wearing.
Okay, because today we had a theme, athleisure, shades of brown, and I'm wearing Genio Activewear, who are part of my sponsors for the Miss Universe, and I love it. Yes, thank you so much.
On your skin,
yeah.
so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, you know, pageantry has come a long way because, you know, now we're seeing more Black women participating, you know, brown, dark-skinned women, you know what I mean? So how does that make you feel?
It's a great feeling, because now we have, you know, even plus size involving all women all around, and we are headed to the right space, because you don't need to be, you know, valued a certain way. Every woman is voiced, has to be valued, has to be heard. Every woman needs to be seen because we bring a lot to the table. Yeah.
Completely agree. All the best. And if everyone wants to keep up with your journey, where can we find you?
They can find me on Miss Universe Kenya pages because I'm currently the top 30 finalist. And also my handles are Mokera_Onchiri. Yes, on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
Thank you so much, Makaya. I'm here with a very famous face with a very famous voice, Angela Muirore. Hi, Angie.
Hello, Tracy. How are you?
I'm great. So happy to see you after such a long time.
So nice seeing you. But I see you on the big screen all the time. So.
So good to see you. Now, let's first get into the fit before we do other things. So tell us what you're wearing and why you chose to wear what you're wearing today.
Right. So, of course, anyone that knows me knows that I'm a theme queen. I adhere to the dress code. So for today's pink room session, the dress code was shades of nudes and browns and neutrals. So I went with this. It's a little two-piece. I lost the jacket, so I just improvised with this. But it's called LA Central, some random brand. But it's been sitting in my closet for 3 years, and I finally have a reason to wear it. So here it is.
Amazing. So would you say you're a minimalist or a maximalist?
Oh, baby. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm extra, extra. So this is the most toned down that you'll ever see me. Otherwise, I usually love being on the runway. I love African fashion. I love a pop of color.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Angie was actually a pageant queen, right? Once upon a time. It feels like such a long time, right? But what are some of the things that you feel pageantry taught you that you still are walking in now?
So pageantry taught me the importance of a thank you note. Along your journey, whatever part of life you're in, there's always going to be someone that helps you, elevate, whether that's a mentor, whether that's a colleague, whether that's someone you met in a networking event. The importance of thanking those along your journey that have supported you and helped you shine. Also, pageantry taught me the importance of sisterhood. It's not all about winning the crown, but it's about what you make out of the experience. And, every day is a day to learn and grow.
What does confidence look like for you?
Confidence for me means self-awareness. I think we live in a digital age where anyone could say whatever about you. And if you listen to the naysayers, it's definitely going to bring you down. But being self-aware and knowing who you are is really a big part of being confident. Yes.
What are the two things that you would take away from today's sessions in the morning?
Man, your health is your wealth. A very cliche statement, but so true. And, I got the invite at like 7 a.m. And, I showed up. It was extremely cold this morning. But we had a yoga session and we also had a sound healing session. Now, this is my first time ever experiencing sound healing. I'm like, what is that? And so literally we had an instructor who did all these different frequencies with sound, and we had blankets. We're laying down in blankets in the cold. But as soon as you just start listening to this sound, you just get deeper and deeper into just like calmness and meditation. And, so that was the very first time I've ever done that. But like the importance of just listening to your body and being in tune with yourself, I think that's what I took away from today. Take time for yourself. We're always on the go. But it's important to invest in your health.
You've also been in the TV and radio industry for a long time. What are some of the things that you've learned along the way?
Wow. What have I learned? Whew. It's very intense. You have to make sure you surround yourself with replenishing relationships, because when you're in media, you're constantly pouring out, whether it's just using your voice, whether it's using your energy, whether it's using your platform to talk about things. I think we make our job look very easy, but maybe those on the other side don't realize how much we have to pour in. But it's important to also share your journey. It's part of what we signed up for. So be able to share your journey. You never know who's watching. Be humble as well. You're there because of the people that cheer you on. You're there because of your fans and your audience, and really don't take that for granted. And man, media just taught me just be ready for anything. When preparation and opportunity meet, don't be afraid to show who you are, share your gift, share your talent, because we were born to shine, baby. Yes.
So you're also one of the founders of Sisters Speaks. So tell us more about Sisters Speaks and how the people at home can sort of like take part.
Thank you. So Sister Speaks Global is an initiative myself and two other of my co-founders, we founded in 2019. And basically it's a female-centric events company that focuses on creating safe spaces for women to come together, network, have accountability partners, talk about the triumphs and tribulations of life, and more so how we can support each other in business. And from Sister Speaks Global, we also have our CSR leg, which is called the Heals for Pads Foundation. And Heals for Pads Foundation focuses on supporting women and girls that may be experiencing period poverty. So we're big on doing menstrual health education in schools and also providing pad dispensers in schools to, you know, help young ladies always have dignity in the classroom, to ensure that they stay in school, to ensure that they feel empowered.
Thank you so much, Angela. I wish we had more time. But thank you so much for what you do and for empowering the women that you work with along the way. And yeah, donate some heels. Are you still taking in heels?
Yes, we are. So if you would like to support the Heals for Pods initiative, you can follow us on Instagram or across any social media platform, LinkedIn and Twitter. It's at heels, like high heels that you wear, the number 4 and the word pads. At Heals for Pads. You can support us by donating pads. Brand new underwear, high heels. So the high heels that you donate basically get converted into pads. So we do pop-up shops around Nairobi. So when someone gets a high heel, the currency that they pay us with is pads. So you pay us in pads, and that gives a girl enough pads for a year, and you take any high heel you want.
Thank you so much, Angie. Where can we find you on social media?
Me personally, you can find me on my handle at kq.kenyanqueen. Yes.
Thank you so much. So if you've been trying to get to do a headstand, do some crazy stuff with your body, but just don't know where to start, we have the right person for you today. Fit Mom Calisthenics. Hi, Angie. That's not her name. Angela is her name. Hi, Angela.
Tracy, how are you?
I'm great. Happy to have you again. So, Angela, tell us why you're wearing what you're wearing today.
I'm wearing nude. This is going with the theme of the event for today. We had some yoga besides the pool and good breakfast, which was really nice. I really enjoyed stretching my body, starting my day with such energy. I couldn't ask for more.
Amazing. So, as a mom, why did you start calisthenics? Doing things that most women are not doing.
So I guess I like challenge. I like being challenged. I do love calisthenics, but mostly it's because of the body awareness it brings you. I love trying to do hard stuff that still keep me in my feminine self and me getting strength that you really can't get by doing the basic stuff. Yeah.
So, for any person watching and wants to start calisthenics, how or where would you tell them to start?
Well, I would tell them to actually maybe do your research and start with the basics, or actually get some help so that you can have the right steps to guide you and get to where you want to go. That is the best way to start. Otherwise, you can start from home. You do not need any equipment. You just need your own body and a mat and a wall, and that's it.
Amazing. So, you're a fashionista yourself. What current trends are you loving right now?
Oh my God! At the moment, I'm more into the Afrohemian. That's what I would. Yeah. Currently, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
So, if there's something that you've taken away or learned from today's session, what is it?
Being in touch with your inner self. Yeah. That's the main thing, because it helps me keep growing it helps me being in alignment with my journey, because I'm more into knowing and going deeper. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Angela. For anyone who wants to follow you, maybe get in a session with you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I go by Fit Mom Phoenix Kenya.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Anja. Finally catching up with our yogini today. Hi, Tina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. So happy to finally get to talk to you. You conducted the class this morning. How important was the class for you?
The class was really important to me because we were able to reach a smaller group of people and some people who had never practiced yoga before. So it was nice for me to introduce it in a gentle way and sort of demystify what yoga is, because most people think it's just a stretching exercise or you have to be flexible in order to do yoga. So I was able to break it down and introduce them in a way that they can understand that it's just more than a physical movement. Like I was able to bring them back to their breathing, and I think that's really important to help you center yourself by focusing on the breathing. Yeah.
Amazing. I remember this one time I bought this book called The Art of Breathing, and I could not understand why breathing was such an important thing throughout the entire book. So for you, why is breathing so important in basic, simple terms?
Okay. So breath is something that happens automatically in the background, and because we don't have to focus on it, we don't really pay attention to it. But in a yoga class, you're able to pay attention to it by lengthening it and deepening it. And when you do that consciously, over time, 1, your lung capacity increases. 2, slow deep breaths calm your nervous system. And in this fast-paced world where everyone is so stressed and at the edge, deep, slow breathing, and there are very many different techniques in yoga, they help you bring you back to your center. And when you're at your center, you think clearer, you can make better decisions, you don't feel so overwhelmed. But it's something that you need to learn, because we're taught how to be lawyers, doctors, engineers, but we're not taught how to simply breathe. And this is a practice that brings you back to that basic form of life. You may not notice, but if you are stressed out, your breath is shallow and short. But if you consciously lengthen your breath and make it slower and deeper, then you take control over your nervous system and you're able to calm your nervous system. So it really is a good skill to have.
Amazing. So you've been practicing this for a long time, right? Have you seen yoga directly impacting how people look, how they perceive themselves too? Confidence levels, have you seen people change?
Definitely. I think all forms of movement, it doesn't have to be just yoga, but all forms of movement help your blood circulation. They help you lift your mood, they increase the feel-good hormones in your body. So yes, when you look at it as a physical exercise, it has the same benefits as any other workout. But to me personally, I take a lot of joy in teaching people how to connect the breath with the movement. So it becomes more than just a physical exercise. It becomes a mindful exercise. It becomes a meditative movement. And in addition to, yes, giving you a strong, light body on the physical, giving you a physical, strong, light body, like I said, you're able to connect to your center. It quietens your mind and it helps you de-stress, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but another thing is, it's not just the one class fix.
You're right.
It's a practice, and I recommend that people do maybe 6 to 10 classes to actually understand what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does glam mean to you?
Glam means confidence, it means beauty, it means radiant health. Yeah, more than just looks and makeup and good clothes. I think glam comes from the inside. Yeah.
100% agree. Thank you so much, Tina. All right, she is brightening your world, and this is Winnie. Hi, Winnie. I'm happy to have you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Tell us head to toe, yes, and yes, with the theme. But tell us about, staying glam but not breaking a bank. Is that something that you've learned to do?
All the time. Or I would want to say all my life. Like, you have to find some bit of balance in everything. There are points where you'll be like, yeah, let's go break the bank. But there are sometimes you're like, you know what? Yeah, let's be fair to the bank. Yeah, it depends. It depends. You have to strike a balance. Yeah.
Do you believe you can look beautiful, glam on a budget?
100%. Can I tell you a secret? I have bought an outfit for, I feel like this is embarrassing to say, but for 50 shillings on thrift. And 50 shillings, yeah, 50 Kenyan shillings. And that was like years ago, and I still have that piece up until now. And when I wear it, you wouldn't even tell it was 50 shillings. Oh, yeah? Yeah. So I believe you can. You actually can. Yeah.
Amazing. So what are some of the things that you learned today during the sessions?
Oh my days. You know what? So we did a bit of stretching. We did yoga. I love yoga. I practice sometimes, not every other day, but sometimes. So today was really good. A reminder of life is busy and everything goes by very fast. So sometimes it's just good to just zen, chill, relax. Everything is gonna be okay. So that was good yoga, and also sound healing.
Surprising, huh?
My days, I have never experienced it. Forget the ones that you put on your phone and then you go to sleep. No, this was like an actual sound healing. I fell asleep at some point. I was scared I'm gonna come out of my body. Does that make sense? Wow. It was that deep. It was that deep. I have never experienced sound healing like that. And it's an experience. You really have to experience it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's an experience altogether. It was very grounding, yeah.
What are some of the things that you do to make sure that you rest and relax in the midst of your busyness, hosting your world? Yes. So how do you relax? How do you just reset and just rest?
Yeah. So I sleep. I tell people Saturdays are my days for sleep, and I dedicate one Saturday every month to completely doing nothing. So no dishes, no cooking, no napping. If it's food, I'll have to order in. If it's like just doing things in the house, I'd actually postpone it to like a Sunday. So I take that day to just completely rest and do absolutely nothing. Catch my favorite movie, read my favorite book, and just sleep, just rest. Literally just rest, do nothing, stay away from my phone and just rest. And probably play with my dog, but yeah, rest.
Isn't it crazy how our parents used to tell us, suka chini, lala. And you're like, what do you mean sleep? Sleep is boring. What do you? But even for me, sometimes I'll go to bed and I'm like, thank you, God, that you actually saw it fit that we need to sleep and rest. It's such a beautiful thing.
You know what? Up until just recently, say like 2 years, probably 3 years ago, I stopped feeling guilty for resting. Because of that mentality that one, you have to always constantly be on the go. Like when you're resting, you feel guilty, like, no, I should be doing something. And part of me would say, Winnie, women are building empires out here. You're here sleeping. We unalala kwa nini? And sometimes I would hear my mom's voice saying, ne. Like ne is in Kale, zile nini. She'll be like, ne, we unalala, utakuwa maskini, But over time, I realized, there's time for that, but there's also time for rest. And rest is really important because it sort of like resets everything that you're able to then go, when you have enough rest. So now I do not feel any ounce of guilt when I'm resting. And when it's my day to rest, you call me, I'll be like, no, not today. Maybe next time, but not.
That's amazing. It also comes with a lot of self-awareness.
Yes, 100%. And it's true. A lot of people don't like to just stay with self because there's a lot of criticism, there's a lot of judgment, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of that. But the more you learn to stay with self and just be with self, you learn a lot about yourself that nobody would have taught you. So that is really good. And it takes a lot of practice to be comfortable with self. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice and a lot of time, but eventually you get there and you get to really appreciate a lot of things that ideally you wouldn't, because we're told, this is beautiful, this is, you need to be like this, you need to be like this. But when you stay with self, you get to understand all those different parts about yourself and you learn to appreciate yourself better. Yeah.
So for anyone who has not watched Your World, first of all, you're missing out, but tell us more about Your World.
Yeah. So Your World is more about lifestyle, social issues, relationships, health and wellness as well, which I think this was so important to me as well, coming here today. And we talk about things in the most raw form. Mukali and I, we try as much as possible and just talk about issues that people can relate to, people go through, and at the end of the day also create impact in terms of when you watch the show, what are you walking away with, from the show? So in as much as we host the show, but we also get to learn a lot from the show, from the relationship coaches, career coaches, counseling, psychologists, and just people from different spheres, and also the people who come and share their stories with us. We learn a lot. So please watch Your World, Monday through Friday from 10 to 12 p.m. Yeah.
So what has been your favorite episode so far? If you can.
It's difficult to pick, but I would say the most recent, which was pregnancy after 35, because I am beyond 35, now pregnant. but really, because there's a lot of nuances to it in terms of how the society judges women who are 35 and don't have kids. There's also a lot of awareness in terms of age is a real thing, and we learned that from the gynecologists and fertility experts who were on the show. Age is a real thing, and as much as we say, age is just a number. No, it's a number, but it's a thing. We are literally on a clock. But at the same time, it's important to not put so much pressure on women to do this by this age, because you don't know someone's struggle. Maybe someone is trying to actually get a child. Maybe the body is not cooperating. Maybe there's so many other aspects about their life that they choose to focus on before thinking about settling down. But age is a thing. Yeah. So that was a bit of a wake-up call for me, but also a chance to just understand the whole pregnancy thing and what could happen to your body, the risks, the benefits, and just the realities about pregnancy after 35. So that really stood out for me. But there's so many episodes that were just so much fun. And learned a lot from the same. Yeah.
And I love that we're in this field because, as much as people think we're on TV, it's glam, everything is just good and stuff, we get to learn so much from other people.
We do, absolutely, we do. And I think that is the beauty of it, because much as, yes, you read a lot when you're preparing for the show, even for you, for Glam, you have to really read and whatnot. But sometimes you learn things and you're like, oh, I actually did not know that, So I think that's the beauty of being a TV presenter, or I'd say a privilege to be a TV presenter is, yes, you learn things, but you also just get to connect with people and just create impact at the end of the day. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rini. So make sure to watch Your World Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Okay, so please, Winnie, share your social media handles with us.
All right, it's at Miss Winey on Instagram. Don't ask me why. I think it's like like those previous boyfriends who tell you, Miss Winey sounds good. Yeah, that one. But really, if you search Winnie Lubembe on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, everywhere else, you'll be able to get me. Yes.
Thank you so much, Rini.
Thank you for having me, and all the very best. This was so much fun. This was so much, but it's also so weird to be on this end.
Here with the lady that seems to never get some sleep, never rest. Pinky, how do you do everything?
Oh my gosh, Tracy. I think a good team, a great network of people, and people like you, who show up and who support. It's always nice to see you. And for me, I really enjoy this. So it's not like I'm working. Yeah.
I mean, you really brought a lot of women together. Why is that important for you? And why has that been such a fundamental pillar behind what you're doing?
I believe women coming together is an important part of what's happening in the world. It is the rise of the divine feminine, and women need to be reminded who they are in order for them to show up as best they can, because there is a change on the horizon, and women are very much a big part of that.
So Pinky, you've lived like 200 lives, right? Over the years, and
over a few years.
We've seen you really just change, grow, transition into so many different things. What would you say has to be the best era of your life?
That's so hard to answer, because I think as I continue to evolve, there'll be really high moments, and as with everything, there are low moments, right? So every part of everything that I've done, whether it's radio, television, print media, or what I'm doing right now, which is what women want, is there's great moments in it. So I can't say that this was amazing or that was amazing, because I think for as long as there's a ride, you will continue to be able to enjoy some moments.
I agree.
Yeah.
So what have you come to find out that women want?
We want pockets in everything, in our leggings and our dresses. But on a real serious note, women want, I think, more than anything, knowledge. Knowledge on how to heal themselves so they show up better, knowledge on how to make money so that they are secure in every aspect. Women want community, they want a safe space. Women want to show up better. And they're not afraid to be in spaces that help them achieve that.
So I was speaking to one of my friends, and they're like, you know what? I don't know why. I just feel like nowadays there's a lot of like man versus woman thing. It's men versus women. What do you have to say about that?
So what women want has never been about anti-men. In fact, I always say the men who attend What Women Want know what women want. And it's not something where we bash men or we're not against the patriarchy as such. What we're trying to do is just elevate the woman. And how do we do that? Through knowledge, through awareness, through networking. We're not saying that we're the better sex, but we feel like we have a lot to offer that sometimes is pushed aside, you know, and that's because of the way that we have been brought up or what we have been instilled to think and believe. So like I said, that narrative is changing. It's never been anti-men. Men have a fundamental role in society. We respect them for that. But as women, I think we need to be able to show up better for ourselves, but also for the men in our society who are, you know, human beings at the end of the day. They go through what they go through as well. You know, there's June is Mental Health Awareness Month for men. And these things are real. We've lived in this world for so long believing that men are the providers. But sometimes they struggle to be. And how can we as women, especially with our partners, step in and support?
That's important, yeah. So you've aged gracefully, Pinky. You know, I mean, we've seen you, what are some of the things you would say have contributed to you still looking young? Because even how you show up on Instagram, you're so silly. I love it. But what are some of the things that have contributed to you just being youthful almost forever?
You know, Tracy, the secret is not remaining youthful. What it is reminding women who are younger than us that growing old is a privilege and it's beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. We have been taught to fear, and I go back to this whole thing of how we've been conditioned to think, and there is a side of patriarchy that has taken away our power. So for me, when I've never denied my age, I've never shied away from my age, I've never told myself I'm younger than what I am. I've never grieved my age. And I think once women understand that getting older is beautiful, because not only do you become more beautiful outside, there's something inside you, a power within you that is unlocked. And that is where women, I mean, that is what you should look forward to.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. So tell us more about what you're wearing today and why you picked what you're wearing.
Okay, so the color, it was the theme of the event, which is, I don't know, dusty, sandy, I don't know, earth tones, neutrals. So, you know, somebody gave me a double look, and they were like, we almost thought for a second you're not wearing anything because it's nude. But I'm always in workout wear because I do work out a lot. I got this cover up from town yesterday because I was like, I need a cover up because we're at the JW Marriott and you need to look somewhat demure in the dining room. So I was like, okay, I can't wear my crop top. But I have to warn women about workout wear because there's a lot of awareness coming up about microplastics and all of that. So just being aware of what we're putting on our bodies is something we need to do because there's a lot of cheap and cheerful things available that look really good. But for me, fitness is cool. Fitness wear is nice. So that is why I'm wearing what I'm wearing today. Yeah, it's easy for me to move in this. Yeah.
So, your partners today, how have they shown up and showed out for you?
So JW Marriott was a beautiful backdrop for today's Divine Feminine, as we called it. It was a yoga and sound healings session. And then, of course, JW did the breakfast and bubbles, which they are offering every Saturday and Sunday. So it's not exclusive to what women want. However, the Divine Feminine was something that we wanted our ladies, our community to experience. Look, it's a luxury brand. It's a globally known luxury brand, which is what we wanted to enhance. It's in Nairobi. How lucky are we to have this brand in Nairobi? And it caters to the mindful yet fulfilled guest. And I think that's what our community is. They're very aware of, their mental wellness and their holistic wellness. And this is why it was an ideal backdrop. They really have gone out and out, and I think they do that for all the guests. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us, Pinky. It was lovely. Yes.
And we miss you. We love you, and keep doing what you do. We love your energy. Thank you. And yeah, everything about you.
Thanks, Pinky. From yoga mats to meaningful conversations, from sound healing to shared laughter over breakfast and mimosas, today's session was a reminder that life is not it shouldn't be so hard, okay? You need to take life easy, one day at a time, find your inner self and remember that life is better when you have a community. It's been such an honor to be here with these amazing ladies who have shared insights, who have shared their amazing energy, and who have just brought their best selves together today. So it has been an honor for the Glam to be here with every one of you. And until next Wednesday, stay glam. And until then, goodbye. Mwah.